Welcome, race fans. Welcome, everybody. This is Ron with Bigg Wizurd TV, and let me tell you, we've got some great racing action for you tonight. Wow, this is exciting for me. I hope it's exciting for you. Morbius, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in early. We are up and running. We are ready to go, and we are at Fuji. This is the Procraft Formula One Series, and this is race number 3 in their championship. Wow, it's just so exciting. We had a lot of stuff going on today. First and foremost, we're running in 1080p for the first time. This is awesome for us. We've got some new equipment. Hopefully the stream looks as good as I want it to look. I want it to look like you're home watching TV. So hopefully it's that good. I doubt it will be, but hey, I don't have 4K or anything, but I got 1K now. 1K is better than no K. 1080p it is. Let's rock and roll. We are here at Fuji, the Fuji Speedway. Let's take a look at this wonderful racetrack. 16 corners. The Fuji Speedway is 2.8 miles in length. It's located in Oyama, Japan. First opened in 1965. It's had lots of different configurations from that time, but very popular racetrack and big time popular with our fans here in Procraft Formula One. The racetrack has been used for Formula One a few times. 1976, 1977, and then again in 2007 and 2008. Also has been used as recently as 2020 for the Summer Olympics that were held in Japan. There at Fuji International Speedway. And also in 2018 for the 6 hours of Fuji, or 2012, sorry. Getting all my numbers mixed up. 2012 for the 6 hours of Fuji. So Fuji, there it is. There's the racetrack. I don't have that fancy, cool graphic like I had last week because this is a new track to iRacing and nobody's raced it yet in a broadcast official race from iRacing, so I couldn't steal their cool graphic. So this is all you get tonight. Sorry, guys. You get to see what the track looks like, though. A couple really tricky spots I want to point out on the racetrack, and hopefully that is not something. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully the audio is working. Hopefully everything's running. I can't figure out where I put my phone so I could check everything. I'm old school, right? You got to look at your phone to see if it's working. So let's do it. Let's look and see if it's working. Make sure all the audio is working. We got to have everything pristine for tonight's broadcast. We've got, yep, audio looks good. We've got about 10 more minutes left in the practice session, and then we're going to jump into qualifying. So meanwhile, we're going to talk about a few things. First off, here's the track. 16 corners, a couple really tight spots. Turn 1. This is a 1 mile long straightaway. The front stretch is actually a mile long. So coming down into turn 1, hitting the brakes, taking that right-hander is intense. I mean, it's one of the most intense braking points in racing right there. You're going flat out as fast as the car will go right down into that corner. Hard on the brakes. Turn 6. Tricky hairpin in turn 6. You're coming off that corner 100R and you're dropping down into 3rd gear, maybe 4th gear for these guys, and then they're just cutting that corner off. Great action. You should see some passing there as they enter into turn 6. Should be a good passing zone. Also, turn 10, basically 10 through 16, is insane. These cars are so fast. They have so much grip that those corners right there are going to be our highlight reel for sure tonight. Let's see what else we got on tap tonight. What car are we going to be using, you say? What car? Let me show you what car. This is the car. This is the Mercedes W12. This is the AMG. This is the car that was ran by Mercedes team in 2021 for Formula One. It's actually extremely close to the car. We always say it can't be that good. It sticks like glue in the corners, and it can't be that good of a car. But the Formula One guys that drive this car have driven the simulator on iRacing and say it's pretty dang close. So extremely good, well-designed car. We've got DRS tonight, front stretch DRS zone. So you can see that rear wing will be popping open as they go down the front stretch, trying to get a little advantage. It's not the whole front stretch. It's about the second half as they reach into the braking zone. Let's see what else. That's about it for that. Let's jump over to the track. Hi, everybody. Bigg Wizurd here from Bigg Wizurd TV. My name is Ron, and we are here with the Procraft Formula One Series. These guys are sponsored by Procraft, Bigg Wizurd TV, sponsored by Stair Fittings Incorporated, and grandpaskitchen.com. Glad everybody's on board with us. Want to put a shout out to all the sponsors making this real, making this happen for us. Can't do it without them. If you're out there watching on the stream, say hey, we'll talk, we'll chat, we'll tell you what's going on. Appreciate everybody being here with us. And I better silence my phone, huh? You guys don't need that. But should be a good time. We've got, wow, we're up to 17 drivers on the grid. You can see the times up there right now. Fast laps by Adam Novotny has run a 113.9 as the quickest lap. Brandon Dooley in the number 14 car, he is in the second spot so far, just 0.2 back, along with Josh Lowe. Christian Bishop about a half second off. He hasn't run a lap for a few laps. The last lap section will go away. We'll drop the time after about 3 minutes. So those guys aren't on the track at the moment. Or maybe they are, they just haven't got a lap in because Christian's light is white, so he should be out on the track. Everybody in the same car. We're all running the W12, the Mercedes AMG Formula One car. This car has DRS, like I mentioned. It also has an MGUK. The MGUK allows you to harness electrical battery power. And there you can see that rear wing opened up there on Vincent Tramontana's car. He's scooting down the front stretch into turn one. The MGUK is the battery deployment system. You can set it multiple different ways. You'll notice in qualifying, these guys will do a couple different things with the qualifying. They will run a slow lap, and then they'll run a fast lap, and then they'll run another slow lap, because what they're doing is they're charging that battery. And in qualifying, you can turn the qualifying setup on, which is full on every ounce you can get out of it. But it wears it down in about a lap. So they have to kick it back and run it again. So, all right. Man, this is exciting. We got, like I said, 17 drivers. Here comes Andrew Huddleton out of the pit lane. I need to get these guys' names a little bigger. I got room now. I got this all this 1080p space. Morbius, I am so happy that you're here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you being here on the stream with us. Who's your driver, man? Who you rooting for out here? We got some guys, Adam and Brandon and Chris Springer, Todd Schwartz. Those are guys I've known for a long time. Raced with them for over a year, and then we've got Josh Lowe, Christian Bishop, Martin Wallace, Will Edwards, Vincent Tramontana, Andrew Huddleton. I mean, these guys are great. So who's your guy? You got a anybody, or you just love Procraft? Oh, Tramontana. Okay, that's Tramontana, isn't it? Or is it Tartamella? Oh, Tartamella, Chris. Yes, Chris Tartamella, good driver out there. He's one of the best, right? He is always out there doing his best. I don't even mean that jokingly. The guys that are in this series that can run these cars, they're all incredible. I mean, it is so hard to get around this racetrack that it's just not an easy task. So, kudos to all of them, every one of them. Let's see if we can see Chris Tartamella. He's out here, and he's sitting he might be off the track at the moment, but he's in 9th spot with a 1:17.3, a couple seconds off the leader. We can go down through the field and see who's where on the racetrack. We're going to let iRacing dictate a little bit, but we're definitely going to control what is going on. We got about 3 more minutes before qualifying is over. Why don't I hit the points, let you guys know where we are after 2. Let's see. Where's the points, guys? Where's your points? Formula One Series. We need the points. Standings. There we go. I got lots of screens. I got 4 screens now. My head's on a swivel tonight, trying to see everything. Luke Peters is out front at the moment. He ran a great race last week. Did get the win over there in the historic race. Morgan Teggy in second spot. These guys, see, Luke's got 64 points after 2 races. Morgan's got 59. Eric Heater with 57. Christian Bishop 56. Chris Springer 55. So you've got 9 points separating the top 5 drivers. Not quite like the real F1 series. We've actually got some competition. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Luke Peters and Eric Heater are with Eric Heater Motorsports. Morgan Teggy's running with Rust Belt Racing with an AlphaTauri logo. Christian Bishop, a member of Space Sheep Racing Team, and Chris Springer and Harry Lama Racing. Now, Adam Novotny is in 6th spot. He's a few points back still, 46 points only, but he is also a member of Rust Belt Racing right there with Morgan Teggy. And Vincent Tramontana, Eagle Race Team, he's up in there. Brandon Dooley in 8th with Harry Lama Racing. Martin Wallace with 0 F's given. He's in 9th. And Landon Paternos in Team VR Fossey. There's your top 10. The top 10 all hail from the U.S. We do have a couple outside the country. It looks like we got Josh Lowe, the Canadian driver. Let's see, Jason Chase is from Redline country. Let's see, Poland. Jason Chess is a Polish driver here tonight. Steve Banting coming in from the UK. Grigor Georgiev, I haven't seen him this week. He's hailing from Bulgaria. Brett Elder, I haven't seen him tonight either. He is in from New Zealand. Andrew Smith, also from Canada. So we've got a good mix of drivers in here tonight. But should be a lot of fun. We are getting wound down. We got about 15 seconds left in practice. We're going to jump into qualifying. So I've got the stats up on the screen. Let me drop the driver rating. We don't need that. I was looking at that the other day for something else. And let's get rid of that off the screen. Driver info. Let's see if I can find it. There's a lot of stuff out here. Driver ratings. Okay. That'll give us more screen space. But I've got which tire compound they're in. That's going to be up there on the screen for you, as well as the fastest lap, the last lap they ran, and the gap between the drivers as they get going. Here we go for qualifying. The cars are moving. The qualifying session has begun, and let's get it going. As they're coming out of the pits, they'll take a warm-up lap, like I said, with qualifying. And everybody so far is on those reds, on those soft tires. There's 3 tire compounds tonight for our race. We've got the red compound, which is the soft tire compound. They've got the yellows, which is the medium, and the whites are the hards. Now, for practice, we will see most of them, or for qualifying, we'll see most of them on the reds. I have seen some people run qualifying on the yellows, if that's how their car handles a little bit better. But most of these guys you'll see on the red tire. In the race, however, they do have to change compounds. So during the race, we're going to have the requirement to come in the pit lane at least one time and change tires. So that is going to make mix things up a little bit. And there's a lot of strategy that'll be going on with that. If you start on a softer tire, then at one point in the race, those soft tires are going to be wearing out, and you're going to have to go to a harder tire. Depending on how hard you beat on them in the beginning of the race, if you try to stay out front or run hard with those soft tires, you could wear them out a little quicker than you want to, and then you might have to go to the hards for the rest of the race. The strategy here tonight, the best of the 2 strategies is going to be a one-stop, one-tire change strategy for our race tonight. This is half length of an actual F1 race. But your tire strategies tonight are going to be one stop. The best one, it's going to be soft to medium or medium to soft. Depends on what the drivers decide to do as Brandon abandons that. lap, and he'll start over. They can use their DRS. They can open DRS during qualifying to get the better lap. They are all out there together. And there are 2 DRS zones. My error early on, I said there was 1. The main stretch has the DRS zone and also that little short chute between turns 2 and 3 as you enter into the Coca-Cola corner. That is a second DRS zone. As the drivers are getting things moving, trying to get some clear track. You need clear track, and they're all bunched up. As we see Christian Bishop come around, he'll throw himself back into the pit lane and start over as they're going through that really tight chicane section at the finish, the last 6 or 7 turns on the lap. Let's go in the car and catch a lap here as we go around. Into turn 1 with Andrew Huddleston. Here he goes on his qualifying lap. We're going to try to stay with Andrew Huddleston. Where'd he go? Number 15. There he is, going down the short chute. DRS open into turn 3. Around 100R. Into one of the trickiest corners here. This hairpin, you'll see him drop down to 3rd gear. If you can see the dashboard, you can see his dash and see what gear he's in. 1080p will let you see that there. He's up into 7th, coming into this turn 10. Hard on the brakes. He'll drop down to 2nd. 1st gear through the chicane. Through turns 13 to 15 here, and then there's another hairpin right at the top of this hill. Left-hander, pretty blind. You just grab that as tight as you can. And around the final corner, down the front stretch, flat on the gas, all the way down. They do have a 15-minute time frame to run this lap, so they will have some time. Let's see if we can catch another one getting ready here. Maybe Josh Lowe. He looks like he's actually finishing his lap. Oh, catches the curbing and comes around. Tough break there for Josh. He'll get back on. He's going to have to do another warm-up. Maybe. Yeah, he's coming in. Oh, slowed down in the front stretch. That's a dangerous place to slow down. I believe that was Adam Novotny doing his lap. He's all charged up and ready to go in 8th gear with the wing open on DRS, coming down into turn 1. Good line as he dives in tight to the little marker on the inside of that corner. Through the short chute, DRS again open. Barely even lets off the gas. Going through turn 3 around 100R. This is where he's going to have to slow it down. 3rd gear, make that tight corner. And back on it again. Through turn 7, the kink for 8 and 9, and down into the hairpin through the chicane. See if he goes down to 1st. No, he stays in 2nd. Adam right now in the 2nd spot, 3/10 down off of Brandon Dooley's lap. Tight on that corner. That's where you need to be, right near those cones as you come around. And here he goes onto the front stretch. Flat out. He'll open up DRS as soon as he can. There's a line right there. That's where you open it up. Crosses the line in 8th gear and 1:13.535 provisional pole for Adam Novotny. Very, very fast lap for Adam. Good job. Beautiful racetrack here. The Fuji Speedway. They have a beautiful facility. I don't know why it wants to look at this particular shot. There we go. There's your front stretch. Seeing the grandstands and the pit lane with all the boxes there on the left. Just a beautiful racetrack. Nice resurfaced recently. iRacing just scanned this track, so it really comes alive in iRacing with a freshly scanned racetrack. You get all the most current and up-to-date curbing and runoff zones Anywhere they've added pavement recently to make the laps a little bigger. Oh, here we go watching Chris Tartamella. That was Kelly Bishop trying to get a lap in and ran into somebody there on in the hairpin or in the chicane. Not good. Not good. Let's watch Chris for a minute here in the 44, see how he's doing. Oh, not a good time to watch Chris. Sorry, Chris. Bad karma there. Martin Wallace currently in 7th in the 666. He is finishing up his lap, coming down through the chicane. Locks him up a little bit. Let's see what he can do. See if he can improve. He just got pushed down to 8th. Vincent Tramontana just put down a lap and pushed him down. Adam Novotny's still up on top. Brandon Dooley trying to hold him up or stay with him. Brandon is only a 10th back. Both of those guys in the 113s along with Chris Springer. Oh, a little wide there for Martin on the exit. That may be a 1X. He might not be able to get that lap to count. Yeah, he's coming in. In qualifying, if you go off track at all, you lose your qualifying time for that lap. Yeah, you're right. 15, up over the hill, blind left-hand hairpin. Yeah, how do you like that? A blind left-hand hairpin over a hill. Turn 15, definitely one of the most treacherous on the racetrack. Turn 1, I think, is going to be interesting at the beginning of this. We're gonna see how it goes. I think the drivers are going to be excited, to say the least, as they come into turn 1. So hopefully that's going to work out. We'll see what happens. Let's try Martin again. Let's see if we can catch Martin doing a lap. He's out here on his warm-up. We'll see if we can get a lap in with him. Hopefully he gets a nice clean one on the next time around. We'll watch him go around. Adam Novotny's still on the top. Brandon Dooley, both of them with those 113s. Chris Springer also with a 113. Christian Bishop and Josh Lowe, the low 114s. Vincent Will in the 115s. Oh, also in the higher 114s. Martin Wallace, 115 flat. Andrew, 115.8. Chris, man, I need those names bigger. Get back to work. Stop talking about stuff and get to work and get your names bigger. Let's see. How can I do that? Let's go to relatives and make this wider. Yeah, that's helpful. It makes it go off the screen, you fool. Come on. All right. We'll fix it. It's not the end of the world. There we go. And just to put a plug in here, iRacing is where we do it all. If you want to get in on the action, you want to see how you can do in a real 2012 Formula One car, go to iRacing.com, sign up, get yourself a membership, and give it a shot. These are not easy cars to drive. This has got to be one of the most advanced cars in the simulator. It does have great downforce, so I mean, you don't have to be Superman to drive it by any means, but it's not your rookie car, that's for sure. This is a Class A car, and Class A drivers out here on the track doing it. Martin coming around through turn 14, about to hit that blind uphill. There he goes. Nice and tight. Did a good job there, keeping it tight on the corner. Wide on the exit of 15, coming into 16. Down the front straightaway, and you'll be able to see if this angle stays on. Yeah, there it goes. He opens up that DRS zone right before they get to the pit entrance. All the way down the straightaway. And that was his out lap, so he did not get a new lap time that time. This will be his race lap right now. Qualifying. 3.5 minutes left in qualifying. Adam Novotny still on the provisional pole with a 113.5. Brandon Dooley right up there with him, along with Chris Springer, Christian Bishop, Josh Lowe, all within a second. The top 5. We'll see who gets it. Just because you start on the pole does not mean you can finish the race up in the front. These cars, they do have a couple things going on that help them out. These guys are running healing damage. Hey, it's our man, it's our main man, Cleveland Beamer out there, rooting for his teammate, Cleveland Beamer. What's the deal? How come I don't see you out there on the track? I'm looking for this Morgan guy, and I don't see him. I don't see him at all. 88 car, nothing. I got nothing. Come on, man, where you at? What's going on? Rooting for his teammate though. That's nice. Thanks, Morgan, for being up here and checking us out on the stream. Everybody's still running softs here for the qualifying. Adam's still holding on to the point. We've still just got 2.5 minutes left, a little less than 2.5 minutes to go in qualifying. And we'll see who gets it. We'll see who gets the shot to start the race up on the front. Right now, it's Adam Novotny on the point from Rust Belt Racing. Brandon Dooley alongside in Harry Lama Racing. Brandon's teammate showed up tonight there, Morgan. Brandon's teammate showed up. That's Chris Springer. Yeah, everybody gets stuck working. I have that problem myself, but tonight I got right here in the booth. I'm working right here in the booth, putting on all the good moves for you guys, showing the action as we go here with Procraft Formula One Series. On right here on Bigg Wizurd TV, and hey, it's 1080p night. This is the first night we've got 1080p going on Bigg Wizurd TV. Hope you like the graphics. I hope it looks good. And let me know if my microphone is up to par as well. Want to have a good show for you guys. Just me in the booth. I don't have any buddies, any helpers. Anybody wants to join in, come on in. More than happy to teach you how to hook up to my sim, and you can join in as well. So I'm going to drop myself into the booth, but be quiet over there. Don't say anything. Don't make any noise. Nice. Thanks, Morbius. I appreciate that, man. It's 720p last week. A bump up to 1080, man. It's been a good week. I've had some time to play with it and get it all the kinks worked out. Hopefully there's enough view screen. No game audio. That's because the idiot in the booth didn't turn it on. How's that? We'll fix that. Get the cars in the sim too. So you guys have just been sitting here listening to me. At least I could have had like some music or something going in the background as we've been going through qualifying. But yeah, I'm glad the video looks good. Hopefully the car sounds are now on there with it, so you can hear those. I've been told many times that the car sounds are too loud, so if that is the case, let me know. I've been trying to fine-tune this thing, make it a little better. And that is it. The laps that are being run do count. Josh Lowe tries to improve. No luck. Adam Novotny on the provisional pole. Here comes Christian Bishop. Oh, no, he's done. He's pulling into the pits. So we've only got one car left, and that is the 69 of Kelly Bishop. Looks like the 36 is slowing down. That's Theo Bishop. Maybe not, but these two guys are the only ones left out on an actual lap at this point. So they are going to be done. Here comes Theo, currently in 13th spot, and Kelly in 11th. And Kelly does improve, but does not change spots. And Theo does not get that lap to count. So there it is, qualifying. Adam Novotny takes the pole. Great job for Adam. Brandon Dooley and Chris Springer are in second and third. Christian Bishop, Josh Lowe are your top five. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. We've got 17 drivers on the racetrack. Adam Novotny, Brandon Dooley, Chris Springer, Christian Bishop, Josh Lowe, Vincent Tramontana, Will Edwards, Martin Wallace, Andrew Huddleston. I got to get that one right someday. Then the fan favorite, number 44, that's Christian Tardamella, Kelly Bishop, Steve Banting, Theo Bishop, Todd Schwartz, and Tim Barnhart are the 15 cars that participated in qualifying. We're missing a couple. So we'll see where everybody shows up. They are getting ready to line up. This is a standing start. They're going to line them up and take off here in just a moment. They do have some time to go in and get their setups and everything configured for their car. We will try to watch the leaders. We'll focus on them here as we get started. Into turn 1. They are lining up. We've got some tire compound games going already. Adam's on the mediums with Brandon alongside, but Chris Springer on those soft tires right behind Adam. We'll see if he can get that great launch. Most of the cars, from what I'm seeing right now, are on those medium tires as they're lining up on pit lane. You can see there's most of those are yellow. And let's see if I can give us a few more drivers on the standings page. See if that'll help at all. Keep a few more drivers on there, but there they are. They're lining up. We're ready to go. We'll go look at our leader here as we get ready. The lights are set. The cars are lined up. Lights out and away we go. There it is. Green, green, green. A little slip there by Brandon Dooley. And it looks like Chris Springer does not get the jump, but Vincent Tramontana does. He is all the way out in front. Brandon down inside. Oh, and as that Adam goes around and makes some contact with Josh Lowe, those are two very fast cars. They need to get those things moving again. They are stuck together, and they'll be going here. But that was too unfortunate. Brandon, oh, and they're still having problems up front. Adam's still trying to get that going. We'll see if they can get that straightened out and catch back up. Brandon has escaped. He is out in the front of the pack. He is followed by Vincent Tramontana, who got a great run off the start. Will Edwards, Chris Springer, and Josh Lowe. No, Josh Lowe got hit. So we've had some drivers move up here. We'll have to wait until they cross the line to get the update on where they're at. Right now I can tell you it's Brandon Dooley, Vincent Tramontana. Martin Wallace has moved into third position. No, that's not. Yes, he has. Martin Wallace has moved into third. Andrew Huddleston, there's Christian Bishop and Chris Springer getting back into it. As they cross the line here, the start-finish, we will get the correct running order as they go through. That's Brandon Dooley, Vincent Tramontana, Martin Wallace, Christian Bishop, Chris Springer, Andrew Huddleston, Kelly Bishop, Todd Schwartz, Chris Tartamella, and Will Edwards are your top 10. Still real close together here for the third position. Brandon Dooley has got himself a little bit of a lead, and that's good for him with those medium tires. Those are going to last a while, and he should be able to switch over to the softs late in the race. Those should last him a good portion of this race. We're going to run 34 laps, and we are in the middle. Well, the leader is finishing up lap number 2 as he hits the chicane now. He's got a lap car in front of him. Tim Barnhart already back of the pack. He must have had a little more of an incident there in the beginning. He gets out of the way, lets the leaders go by. The battle for third looks like the crazy one, as we have Martin Wallace, Christian Bishop, Chris Springer all right together. Chris a little wide going out there on turn 16 onto the front stretch. And lap 3 coming up after this lap once we get around the first corner. See if we can get that fixed for you. Sorry about that, Morbius. Try to keep that on. Oh, and my overlays are off the screen. There's always something to play with. There we go. Hopefully that gives you a little bit better audio on the cars on the racetrack. They do get quieter when they're a little farther away, so the audio does can get quiet, but we'll make sure we keep up with that. I have had people tell me that the audio overpowers me, so I've been trying to tone it down a little, maybe toned it down a little too much. Double check all my properties. It looks like it's correct. So let me know if you still can't hear that. Hear the cars going around. They do seem to be quiet. You are correct. They are very quiet tonight. It could be the track. I've got it cranked up now, so if you still can't hear them, that I can't get them any louder. So that's where they're going to sit. Let's see. We've gone around and finished up lap number 3. Now we've got some DRS going, and we should see some passing now as they get going down into turn 4 for our leader. Let's go through the field, see where we're at here. Brandon Dooley alone out front. He's running a 4-second lead over Vincent Tramontana. He's in really good shape out there. Vincent running in the 21 car. Oddly enough, the 3 car has taken off. He was right in front of Brandon, and now he's 31 seconds ahead. So either he didn't come into pits, so Tim might just be really, really fast, but didn't have a good start. So second spot, we've got Vincent Tramontana in the orange and black Mercedes. He is currently being chased down by Christian Bishop in the number 26, right behind him. Christian is in the top 5 in the points. He is number 4 in the points chase. And he has got DRS and will get this pass done down the front stretch. As Christian takes over P2. On his way chasing down Brandon Dooley for the lead. Morbius, is that any better? Can you hear it any better now on the audio for the race? Let me know. Let's see, Vincent back to 3rd. Martin Wallace in 4th now. He just made a pass, but Chris Springer got back around him. These guys battling like it's the end of the world here, and it's only lap 5 of 34. Chris Springer has taken that spot away, and that he's got 4th spot. And Martin Wallace here in 5th. Now, the reason the standings are a little off is because they update at the start-finish line. And the reason we have to do that is when you get this many cars on a racetrack, they don't update live. They drop cars off because they can only update so many at a time. So apologize for the standings waiting for the lap to end to update, but that's how it's going to have to happen tonight. Maybe I can, I don't know, I can't change that overlay to fix it. But we are going to watch Chris Springer. He looks like he is on a tear. Number 56 here, he's going to get another spot. As they come down the front stretch, he is going in and ahead of Vincent Tramontana. Yeah, he just took over the 4th spot from Vincent. The 3rd spot from Vincent. Sorry about that. So Chris is up to 3rd on the podium. So now Brandon Dooley, Christian Bishop, Chris Springer, Vincent Tramontana, and Martin Wallace are your top 5. All still right together there. Those 5 drivers are still in the pretty close proximity. Brandon and Vincent, I would say, of those drivers, Brandon, Vincent, Martin, those guys are on those medium tires. Gonna say they're running a little bit better strategy tonight. That could hold them off a little longer without having to take a pit stop. And that will allow them to run those soft tires at the end, where it's really going to be important to keep your position or gain positions on the drivers that have to switch to those mediums. We'll see how long the softs last. They won't last forever, that's for sure. As we watch Martin hanging on to P5, only 8 seconds back off the lead. Brandon Dooley with almost a 4-second lead over Christian Bishop, but Christian is starting to eat into that. 3.5 seconds now, the gap. And that is our top 5. Andrew Huddleston, let's go back and see what he's up to in the next position. He's got a good clearing for himself there in 6th. Will Edwards, Adam Novotny, after his first lap error or incident, I'm not sure it was his error, but Will Edwards is running in the 7th spot. Will in the black and gold with black, red, and gold paint with medium compound tires. Everybody here in the middle is running those medium compound tires. You know, I wonder if that might be why Josh Lowe and Adam got together off the start there, because they are running those medium tires. They're a little cold, a little harder than the soft tires. Maybe next time around they'll try a different strategy. Don't know. But let's check up with Adam now in the 326 here. He is catching Will Edwards quite rapidly. He should have DRS down the front stretch here. He's definitely within the 1 second. You have to be within 1 second at the stripe, and then you get your DRS wing to open. And there it is. We'll see if that gives him enough. Now these are open setups, so these guys can set up the cars any way they want. So it's possible that it's difficult to get by. I mean, one car might just be faster than another one in a straight line, but it looks like Adams got it done and moves up into the 7th position ahead of Will, as well as Josh Lowe also climbing back up through the field, doing some good work there with his bad start. Back up to, he's already up to P10. Got around Todd Schwartz that lap. A little word from our sponsors. Let's talk about the sponsors. Procraft. Let's shout out to those guys. Procraft. Main sponsor for the league. Procraft Media. They do lots of cool racing stuff. And graphics and media. And then we have Grandpa's Kitchen. Grandpa'sKitchen.com. My favorite sponsor. These guys are a gluten-free flour company. They make gluten-free flour. And if you have a hard time finding gluten-free flour, as Adam moves up another spot, Adam is on fire as he moves up into P6 now, ahead of Andrew Huddleston as they cross the line. Grandpa'sKitchen.com. Check them out. They have flours, they have kits, they have recipes, gluten-free, everything. These guys are a gluten-free family. They have invented or created a gluten-free flour, and it is top-notch. I'm friends with these guys. I visit them all the time. I've tried brownies, I've tried cake, I've tried pumpkin cookies, everything you can think of made of gluten-free flour, cupcakes, cookies, everything. They're incredible. Check them out. Grandpa'sKitchen.com. Great for celiac disease. If you use the code BWTV, that's Bigg Wizurd TV, that's me. 10% off your order, not just once, not just twice, every time. Every time you need an order, you can get 10% off. So good stuff there. Grandpa'sKitchen.com. The 10% discount code BWTV. That's Bigg Wizurd TV, BWTV. Stair Fittings Incorporated. If you need stairs, handrails, stair treads, anything to do with your stairs, as we watch Adam click off another one as he goes by now for the 5th position. And Vincent Tramontana trying to hold on, locks up the right front, going around turn 1, and Adam takes the spot. Orders.stairfittings.com. That's where you go to get the details. Once you find what you want out there on orders.stairfittings.com, that shows their inventory. Give them a call, talk to Karen, tell her Bigg Wizurd sent you, and she will take care of you. I'm telling you, they got some awesome products. I'll get some photos out soon. We're doing the stairs in my house right now. They look amazing. They're not done, but they look amazing. I can't wait for them to be finished up next week. Orders.stairfittings.com for all of your stair and accessories needs for stairs, stair treads, handrails, and so forth. All right, back to the action. A couple changes there, but looks like Adam's the one that's moving. The mover and the shaker. Josh has also gained one more spot, taking over 9th spot from Chris Tartamella. Sorry there, Morbius. Sorry you lost one there. But we have Brandon Dooley up front. But Christian Bishop has definitely closed that in, closed down that gap. Now Christian's running on those red tires, so his tires are going to wear out a little quicker, but Brandon has got to hold on to these yellows. We're on lap 11. We're just 1/3 of the way done. Lap 11 of 34. Brandon's got to stretch these out at least to probably about lap 22 to really take advantage and finish up strong with those soft tires. So while Christian's going here, Christian we'll see how long he can push on those reds. If he starts to fall back, we'll know. But right now, he's still gaining 2.5 seconds, holding pretty close to there now. 2.5 second gap to the leader. Chris Springer also on the soft, 6 seconds back. So 14 of Brandon Dooley, followed by Christian Bishop here in the 26. Not close enough for DRS. You got to be within 1 second to get DRS. And Chris Springer in the 56. We're going to go through the field as Chris Springer goes across the line, 7 seconds behind the leader. Martin Wallace is next up as he comes down the front stretch in 4th position, followed by Adam Novotny, who has really gained some ground. Now just 17 seconds back. 3 seconds back from him is Vincent Tramontana in the 21. Black and orange livery, followed by Will Edwards in the 888. Not too far behind as they enter turn 3, pretty much line astern with Andrew Huddleston right behind in the number 15 car. This battle could get heated here, could heat up here as they get going. This one might be the race to watch at the moment. As Will Edwards closing in on Vincent. They go through the chicane, and I think Andrew's right there as well. This is going to be close. The field has not spread out much. It's less than a half a lap from the front to the back. We do have 2 cars that are having some issues and have gone into the pits. Now Theo Bishop is right in front of our leader. So let's keep going through the field. Andrew Huddleston it's not quite close enough here. 0.8 seconds. There he goes. Will Edwards does get DRS, but he is way back, still 0.8 of a second back. Oh, and we got a car going around. That looks like Chris Tramontana. Chris. Yes, that was. Let's see what happened. As Chris comes around turn 16, comes onto the front stretch, hits the rumble strips and loses it, comes around. No bueno, Chris loses. He's definitely well ahead of Theo Bishop, so he should not lose a spot. Let's go back to live. And we'll get back through the field here. Let's see, where were we? Josh Lowe in the 18 car. He is moving up through the field slowly. He's back up to 9th spot. He had that incident with Adam Novotny on lap 1. Christian Bishop, like I was talking about with those soft tires, is now in the pit lane along with Chris Springer. Both of those guys on those soft tires are going in on lap 13. You can see on the top right in the standings section. And that, no, I don't think so, Morbius, but we can always hope that it was us and not him. But he did go around. But you can see up on the top right in the standings next to the names, you've got the lap that they enter the pits on, and that actually when they exit the pits, they go across the start-finish line. So it does change the lap 14. You can see on the screen that they have changed compounds from the soft compound to the yellow medium compound, and now back on the racetrack are 2nd and 3rd. And we'll see, I think Martin, yes, Martin got by him. He is now in the 2nd position. When they come across the line, Martin will be scored in P2. With Adam Novotny in P3, quite a few drivers got by. Those pit stops, looks like, jump over to Chris's car here and we'll see. He's still on his outlap. We'll find out how long those pit stops take. But so far, just a couple takers on the pit lane. And let's see where we were here. We were talking about Josh Lowe, followed by Kelly Bishop. As we see Adam going across the line. So the order, they still got to get across. Christian and Chris are dropping still. As the 18 now goes by, Josh Lowe in 7th. And here comes Christian in 8th, followed by Kelly Bishop in 9th. And then Chris Springer in P10 as they go across the line. Then Todd Schwartz, Chris Tartamella, after his spin, went from 10th to 12th. So we got Kelly Bishop in the 69 car, followed by Chris Springer, Todd Schwartz in the 420. Interesting that the camera angle keeps going there, but hey, there it is. They are just about halfway here. The guys with the red compounds, a couple of them have come in now from the front, Christian Bishop and Chris Springer. Let's check out Chris Tartamella as we keep going through the field. Chris looks like he's recovered, still doing okay. 48 seconds off the leader. And then we've got the cars that are a lap down. 36 car is Theo Bishop. He is 1 lap down in 13th place. And Tim Barnhart is 5 laps down. He has come in and made a tire change. He is on the reds now. Not the race Tim wanted to have. And then we've got a few drivers that are out of the race. Chris Springer making his move. He's got those mediums on, fresh medium tires, being able to get up into the 9th position ahead of Kelly Bishop. Kelly's on the original mediums, so his are wearing out. As Chris looks like he's running pretty fast. Right now, Christian Bishop just ran the fastest lap of the race with those medium tires. So Christian is trying to put down some laps. Now what they're doing here, what you have to understand here is these guys have a strategy when they come in and get their fresh tires. They want to go as fast as they possibly can to create what's called an undercut. They come in first, they get the faster tires, they go faster than the leaders can go because the leaders are running on 16 lap old tires and these guys are running on 2 lap old tires and their lap times are going to be quicker, which is why Christian just laid down the quickest lap of the race with a 15.6, and our leader, his fastest lap is a 15.9. So if Christian can keep that up, if he can keep working that as he goes across the line, this time with a 15.8, so just a couple tenths back. As we start seeing a little bit more on the pit lane, where is the 56? Just getting caught up in traffic back there. As Christian is moving ahead, moved up to 6th position now with another fast lap of a 15.8. Second fastest lap of the race behind his own. Now the 3rd fastest. Chris Springer is also flying with those new tires with a 15.7. So the guys with the fresh tires are doing really well. Kelly Bishop's getting into his groove. Josh Lowe came in and he switched from the mediums to the hards. So he's going to run those hard tires as we see Christian trying to get around a lap car. Woo, a little close there. Tim gives room. It's Christian running these quick laps, trying to get that undercut working for the leader. Brandon Dooley's still out front, followed by Martin Wallace, and then Adam Novotny. Those guys are about 15 seconds, so Brandon has a really good lead right now. Has not come in yet for his pit stop. The gap to watch is the gap between Christian Bishop, 34 seconds back, and Brandon Dooley. Is Christian gaining during this time when you got those new tires on there? Here comes Andrew Huddleston. He is coming in for his stop. We'll see if he goes yellow-white or if he goes yellow-red. It's a little early for reds. We're just past halfway. Lap 18 of 34. The race has spread out a little bit now. We still have 12 cars on the lead lap. So everybody throwing down some really good laps. We'll see what Andrew gets as he goes into the pits. I believe that was Andrew coming out in the 15 car. Yes, he is coming out now. And he's gone to the softs. He's gone over to the softs. We'll see how it works. He's going to try to go the second half. He's going to have to do 16 laps on the softs. Now, Todd Schwartz has already done 18 laps on the soft tires, but he is 57 seconds back, just about getting past Now we have Adam Novotny in the pit lane, changing out of those mediums. What will he get as he drops back in the field a little bit behind Chris Springer in 8th spot? Ahead of Kelly Bishop if he can get out in front of him. Looks like it's going to be close. I think Kelly's going to get him here as they come down the line. Let's take a peek over at that and see what happens. He is out front just barely. As Adam now with the white compound tires going to try to go to the end with those hard compounds. Fresh tires on the car. I'm guessing from his qualifying time, he's practiced this, and he's pretty sure he can go the last 16 laps on these hards without a problem. Hopefully they get him some good lap times. As Tim Barnhart gets out of the way of these guys battling for position, as Adam locks him up. That is cold tire syndrome locking him up going into turn 10. I don't think you need cold tires to lock him up into turn 10, though. It seems to be happening all over the racetrack. Will Edwards moving up to P3 that lap. Also, we've got Adam dropping down the order with his pit stop. But he will go one more spot, I believe. Yep, Chris Springer in 6th and Adam coming out in 7th. He got out in front of Kelly, and it looks like he's able to hold that with those new hard compound tires. Brandon's still going. We're on lap 20 of 34. I would predict he's going to come in around lap 22. We'll see him, Martin Wallace, Will Edwards out front on those medium compound tires. Have not made any stops yet. They're going to have to stop here before the end of the race. They've got 14 laps left to do it. And I would predict if they can get those up to 22 or 23 laps, they're going to just finish this on the softs. Adam, the teammate of Morgan Teggy, who's not here, but I was going to say he was the teammate of one of these guys already ran, but Chris Springer is the teammate of the leader, Brandon Dooley. That's Llama. I lost my website. Those guys are on a team, and I can't remember the name of it, of course. Harry Llama Racing. And they did opposite strategies. Chris did the soft to medium. Brandon's doing the medium to soft, I'm going to guess. Christian Bishop, 33 seconds back. He's picked up another one, but not much, as Will Edwards holds on to P3 right now with those. No, he hasn't stopped yet. He gets by Theo Bishop. He's on a roll. On a roll. Vincent Tramontana also has not stopped. Christian Bishop has made his stop. He's good to go to the end of the race. He is currently in 3rd spot, 32 seconds. He's making that gap, closing that gap. Now Christian came in and made his pit stop, and as well as Chris and Adam at 34, 35 seconds. Todd Schwartz, 36 seconds. So Brandon Dooley has his work cut out for him. He's going to have to get those new tires. He's probably going to come out of the pit lane behind Christian Bishop. From what I'm calculating here, it's going to be real close. But at the end of the race, if this works out in his favor, as Will Edwards dives into pit lane, he's going to go for his tires. We'll see what he does. I'm going to guess he's going to go to those softs as we see Christian with DRS down the front straight, passing the lap car of Theo Bishop. And now 34 seconds off the lead. So Brandon's got his work cut out for him. He's got to stay out there, got to stay in the front, got to keep that gap, 34, 35 seconds, so he can stay out in the front when they come out of the pit lane. Christian is chipping away. Martin Wallace in 2nd spot, 19 seconds back. He's going to drop back probably to, he might be able to stay. No, he's going to drop back behind Kelly, I think. We'll see where he comes out when they come in. I'm guessing we got another couple laps. Could be this one. Calm down, iRacing. Stay on one driver for a minute. As Will has come out. Will did change over to the soft tires. This is where it gets interesting because now they're running soft tires and light fuel. You can't fuel your car in Formula One. You have to put all the fuel in at the beginning. So they're going to have enough fuel to run to the finish right from the get-go. That means that as we get later in the race like we are now, we're on lap 22, 23, depending on where you're at, the car's going to be lighter. And as the car's lighter, it can go faster. You put on those soft tires at the end, and now you're really making a great combination to get the car really moving. So Will Edwards has made his stop. We'll see what he can do now when he gets it up to speed. Christian Bishop, as they cross the line, you can see he is now in third. Chris Springer also made his stop, moves into fourth. And Vincent Tramontana has not come in yet. Adam Novotny up to sixth. He has come in. And the gap almost a minute. So these guys are not going to be able to catch up with Brandon when he comes in for his pit stop. Let's watch and see. We've got some cars in now. The 21 of Vincent Tramontana. He is in for his tire stop, coming out behind Brandon Dooley. He is now out on the track, and Vincent has gone to softs. That's that lap 22 pit stop coming out on lap 23. Christian still hauling the mail here with those fresher yellow tires, fresher mediums. He's got 32 seconds the gap. And he's got DRS again because as he passed Todd Schwartz in that last turn 16, he clipped the timing line to allow him to get DRS down the front stretch. So really going to be an advantage here down the front straight for him. Adam Novotny back out after his pit stop, has gone to sixth position. As these guys in front of him come in and get tires, he should be able to move closer. But now he's up to fifth ahead of Vincent, who just made his stop. And Vincent made a long stop. He may have had a penalty. Vincent is now a lap down as we watch Brandon go past Tim Barnhart again. Tim now 7 laps off the pace. We're getting close. As the 69 Kelly Bishop comes in to get tires. Brandon now 31 seconds. He's going to have to come in soon. Oh, as Todd Schwartz goes off. Josh Lowe moved up to 6th position. Christian Bishop 32 back off of Brandon. I'm guessing Brandon's going to probably come in this time, maybe next time. We don't have the cool radio communication that they do in F1, so we can hear him say box, box, you know. But I'd say he's pretty much in that sweet spot. We'll see if he does it this time. He's going down into the chicane now. He's going to have to switch tire compounds, and with only 10 laps to go, 9 after this lap, I'd say he's going to be getting those tires so he can make that run to the finish. Still with a 33-second gap, doing great, holding Christian Bishop at bay with those medium tires. With as good of a job he's doing, he may hold on to him a little longer, but if he's down below that 34-second mark, he's going to have to get by Christian. So he's going to need those softs, and here he is. He's coming down in. Our leader, Brandon Dooley, into the pit lane, and we'll see if Martin follows him. Martin in the 666 going through these chicanes right now. As the drivers that are lapped get their lap back. At least one of them. And here comes Martin, followed by the 69 of Kelly Bishop. Kelly's already gone in. Martin is diving in. Brandon is moving. He's come to a stop. There he is. He's getting his tires onto the ground. Coming out now. Now the tires look yellow, so this is deceiving. iRacing does this just to keep us on our toes. The tires show yellow, but if you look at the scoreboard, the tires he switched to are red. They just don't show the color updates correctly on iRacing all the time. So there it is. There's your gap. Brandon Dooley behind Christian Bishop by 1.8 seconds. Christian on 20-lap-old medium tires and Brandon on brand new soft tires. Do the soft tires have what he needs? Can he gain that position? Does he have enough to get ahead of Christian? We will find out. 1.8 seconds the gap. Let's see if he can get those tires warmed up. Christian running a great lap times. I do not know if he's got enough to hold off Brandon for that lead. We'll find out. We've only got 7 laps to go this time by as they start lap 27 of 34. Brandon now closed the gap to 1.1 seconds. He is in DRS range at this point. He doesn't have any advantage yet, except he's going to try to use that draft down the front stretch. But there's the timing line. He's still 1.1 away. He's not going to get DRS down the short chute. But as you can see, the gap from 1.9 down to 0.9 now. So Brandon does have the advantage now with these tires. Chris Springer, with his strategy, has just moved into third position in the 56 car, ahead of Adam Novotny, who is now battling. Adam Novotny battling with Martin Wallace. No, he's ahead. He is ahead of him. Oh, that was a lap car. Sorry about that. Let's go back up front. See how they're doing. Chris Springer still holding them off 0.8 of a second. But Chris is now, or Brandon is now within DRS zone if he can stay within that 1 second gap. 0.7 right now. 0.6, 0.5 as they come around through the chicane. He's within a half a second down the front straight. He's got DRS open. He may not get him this lap, but he is lining him up. We've got 5, 6 to go as they clip the line with lap 28 underway. DRS closes around the first turn. DRS will open again. Oh, and a little wiggle. That little wiggle could be costly for Christian. As Brandon right up on him, DRS lets him get a little bit more advantage there. Oh man, this is going to be tight. Half a second is the gap. Christian with a great first sector. Brandon in tow. Let's take a lead. Let's take a look from the nose cam. If I can get it set up here. This is Brandon back behind 0.6 of a second behind Christian as they enter the chicane. This is where the soft tires excel. He really pulls up on him through this section because he's got so much more grip. Newer tires, softer tires, and can drive right up on him. Now 0.4. Christian doing an awesome job staying out front there. 0.4. DRS will be open down this front stretch. We'll see if he's got enough. We'll see if he starts closing on him. DRS is open now. There's the run. You can see him coming up on him. Alongside, but not enough to get by. He's going to have to be closer. Now it's only 0.2 now. DRS open again. Brandon being patient. Patient. That's the key. Christian really cooking through this part and was able to stretch that gap a little bit. But once they get into the curves, Brandon is definitely on the advantage. This is the tire strategy. This is how it works. You got soft for Christian in the beginning, getting a good launch, and then switching to the mediums early. Or as Brandon is doing, mediums early going a long ways and then grabbing those softs for the finish. 0.3 as they enter into the chicane, going through the S's. Will he be close enough this time? Down to 0.2. Taking a wide line, jumping over some bumps. He's going to lose some time there. He hit those curbs and he will lose a little bit of time. But Christian gets loose coming out of the front stretch, and that is going to be critical. As now 0.2 of a second with DRS open. This looks inevitable. Here he comes, Brandon Dooley alongside. Christian guarding the inside line, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He jumps into first place. There's your lead change, Brandon Dooley, with just 4 or 5 laps to go in this contest on the softer compound tires. And we have another battle on our hands. Can Brandon hold him off? Christian's really fast through this center section. 0.3 of a second. Now 4. Does Brandon have what it takes to keep him off? Does he have enough tire? The soft tires do wear quickly, but I think he did that right at the right time. I think he went in and got his tires, did the strategy exactly the way he wanted. He stayed out front with those yellows early. Chris Tartamella having another bad incident there. He's hanging on, though. He's still hanging on. 12th spot. It is, like I said, it's very, very difficult to drive these cars. As you see, the blue names on the bottom When your name is blue, you're a lap down to who we're looking at. Everybody out there on there. I mean, Chris Tartamella is a lap down. Tim Barnhart's a lap down. Kelly Bishop, Vincent Tramontana. These guys are in 8th position and still a lap down to these guys. Brandon and Christian are flying. While these guys look like they've got it under control, we'll see if anything happens, as Brandon has now stretched this out to 1.8 seconds. It looks like he's got this under control. You never know. You never know. Anything could happen. He could run into he could get caught up with a lap car. Anything could happen as Christian tries his very best on those medium tires to stay with him. He does really well through that section, picks it up to 1.4. But as they get down into the chicane and through these twisty bits, shall we say, Brandon does have the advantage. But those soft tires will wear out. So we'll see how it goes as we get to the end of the race. Chris Springer in 3rd here in the 56. Let's jump over to him. He is Brandon's teammate, so the cars look like the same car, but they're not. This is the 56, not the 14. Chris Springer hanging on to 3rd. He's got a good gap. He has a 5-second lead currently over Adam Novotny, and he is 15 seconds back of the leaders. But running good lap times. Chris still running in the 117s, holding his own. Adam in 4th is trying for that podium spot. He's not going to give it up easy. He wants to work and get that spot. He is 4.8 seconds behind Chris Springer. He's running quicker laps. He just ran a 16 flat. He's got those white tires. I think that may have hurt him. I think he would have been better going a little bit longer on the yellows and switching over to the reds. He went to the whites, and I think that is hurting. Now Martin, on the other hand, he's losing ground. Adam's losing ground to Chris, and the gap up front is now almost 2 seconds for Brandon. So Brandon, his race to lose at this point with the softer tires and the quick times. He ran 0.5 of a second faster than Christian Bishop on that last lap. Let's see, Martin Wallace in the 666. He is cruising along here. He's 8 seconds back off of Adam. He's got a P5 finish. He did not start, or a P5 finish in the works. Not there yet. He didn't start that far up, so he made up quite a few positions. Josh Lowe is gaining. Josh is on the whites. Martin is finishing up on these softs. Martin did go in on lap 26, so out of 34 laps, he should be in really good shape. He put the same time that our leader, Brandon Dooley, did. So he should be able to hold on to that position and keep Josh behind him. But Josh is on rails, trying to get another spot after his first lap incident. Josh in the 18 car, just right there, not too far back. He's got Andrew Huddleston in there. He can use him for DRS if he gets close enough. Right now, 1.4 back off of Andrew Huddleston and 4.4 back off of Martin Wallace. The gap up front is just about the same as it was. Let's see. Christian trying everything he can to catch up with Brandon. 2 seconds is the gap, 2.2 to the lead. And we have just 2 laps to go. This will be the white flag lap coming by right now. Brandon Dooley comes by to start lap 34 with the white flag in hand. Not really. But he is on the final lap. We'll see if he can hold off Christian Bishop. He's just got one more time around the circuit. Down through turn 1. Across the kink of 2 into R100 or 100R, which is again where Christian does well, but Brandon, now those soft tires well worn, but still gaining ground, putting in some great laps. Watching him do his work. I've watched Brandon race for a couple years now. Top-notch driver, top-notch guy, and really has control of this race. Here he goes through the chicane. Christian right there in tow, followed by Kelly Bishop and Chris Tramontana on the track, followed by Chris Springer and Adam Novotny on the timing chart. Brandon coming around turn 15, the tricky blind left-hand hairpin. And now onto the final corner, onto the front stretch, straightens the wheel out, hits the gas, down the straightaway he goes for the checkered flag. Here he goes across the line for the win. Brandon Dooley in the first place across the line, followed by Christian Bishop, who fell back there at the end. May have run out of fuel. Nope, he makes it across the line. He just dropped way back. He was just 2 seconds and dropped back to 9. Next across the line, I think we've got the 56 of Chris Springer. And then Adam Novotny. And then the 666, here he comes, Martin Wallace. Followed by Josh Lowe in the 18 car. He may have had to let off for fuel. It's possible. Will Edwards in the 888 comes down the front stretch now, followed by Vincent Tramontana in the 21 car, just coming around turn 15. We missed a couple of the lap cars, but that is your race, folks. There it is. Brandon Dooley, Christian Bishop, Chris Springer, Adam Novotny, Martin Wallace, Josh Lowe, Will Edwards, Vincent Tramontana, Kelly Bishop, and Andrew Huddleston are your top 10. This has been an amazing race to watch. And hopefully it's been great for you guys at home. I appreciate you guys staying with me, and I appreciate the comments throughout the race. It makes it much more fun. Adam did have the pole, ended up 4th, so he was able to recover pretty good, but that first lap incident, 24 seconds, a little too much to make up. Let's see if we can get some action in the booth with our drivers and see if we can talk to somebody over here and see if we can talk to our leader. We can go to Harry Llama Racing. We'll jump in there and we'll see what we get. I bet if we jump in there, we'll get a lot of noise at first, but let's see if we can get him.
That's what I've always...
Hey guys, Ron in the booth. What's going on?
What up, Ron in the booth?
What's up, Bigg Wizurd?
Big win, big win. Brandon, watched you do that one with strategy. Beautifully done. Nice job.
What'd you say, Christian?
So
I was just joking that I did the medal thing.
that was an excellent win from Brandon.
The number 2 banner thing.
That's what happens when you jump in the booth. They're always talking about something else.
No, sorry, Ron. The race chat was going too with Chris.
Yeah,
making sure he wasn't saying something important.
Yeah. So good run tonight. Chris Springer also very good run tonight. Adam, man, you had it, man. You had it. Front row. And then you missed the start. I don't know if your car wasn't in gear or spun the tires.
It was in gear. I just am not good at F1 starts yet. Yeah, my start was terrible as well. I spun it right off the start. I think Vincent came around and then broke way early, and I got right back around him. But
yeah, Vincent did get the jump, but
yep,
that was pretty nuts up front. Josh Lowe and Adam, you guys got together in turn 1. Couldn't do anything about that. So. That was a mess. Let me see if I can get this. I know they wanted to get the shot of the cars on the front straight, but I don't know if I can actually get them.
I can get you one if you need to. I just paused it and I can get some shots.
The cars are gone. They were there a minute ago. Now they're gone.
Yeah, I can get it. I paused it and rewound a little bit.
All right. That was awesome. I got to go find Christian and talk to him too. Great run. What a strategy. I mean, you had it, Brandon. You were on the mediums early, came in with the softs. You came out behind him and just ran him down. There was nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him, and I forgot to turn it on in Race Labs what compounds people were running, so I was just guessing in my head. I'm like, these guys pit so early.
Right.
They had to have been on softs, so
yep.
If I can make these mediums last about 24, 25 laps and switch to softs, even if I come out a couple seconds behind, I've got a chance. So
Yep, and it worked.
Don't do something stupid. So yeah, it came out.
Yeah, Chris, I think you did the opposite strategy. You went soft early.
Yep.
And
I did the right strategy last week, and I got bit by it. So I thought I'd start on softs this week. And
you got bit by it again.
Bit by it, so yeah.
Still a podium finish for you, P3. Nice job.
Yeah, it was good. It's a tough track. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of flow. To be fast every lap, there's a lot of corners you got to hit just right. And I struggled with that towards the end. So good race, everybody. Thanks, Ron, for putting this on.
Yep.
And
it's good to have you guys.
Procraft.
Yeah, big thanks to Procraft. Now, where is Christian? Where did he
And
go?
Harry Lama with the double podium there.
Double podium. Yeah. Christian has left the area, so I'll jump back to my booth. Good race, guys.
Yep, appreciate the effort you're doing.
Yeah, love it. Well, I didn't get Christian in time. He has ran off the stream, so he's no longer in the Discord chat. So I'm not gonna be able to talk to him. But yeah, that was a really fun race. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Morbius being there the whole time with me. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for watching with me. Sorry your driver didn't do better than you wanted him to, but he'll be back next week. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you finish first or 15th here. You have finished and you have done a good job at in this level of racing. Really good drivers out here. As you can see, these guys make no mistakes. Just top-notch drivers. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. This is Ron with Bigg Wizurd TV. As always, be safe out on the road. Do not race on the street. That's extremely dangerous. People get hurt. Don't do it. Race on the track. If you don't have a car or don't have a track, then race here with us at iRacing.com. You can race anytime you want. All you need is a steering wheel, set of pedals, and a subscription to iRacing. And you might need a monitor and a computer. But other than that, yes, that's all you need. You can race with us. Love to have everybody out here on the track. More racers, the better. Christian, big shout out to Christian for putting Procraft Formula One series together for us. I really like him. He's a great guy. Too bad we didn't get to chat with him. I really wanted to talk to him. But he is off the Discord. I'll have to give him a lashing with a wet noodle for leaving early. You can't leave early. All right, guys, be safe out there. We'll see you on the next one. Congratulations to our winner, Brandon Dooley, on the podium, Christian Bishop, Chris Springer. Great race from all of them. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.